Just got back from the car boot and I'm just going to do a quick haul of the clothing items that I got. I got these two dresses from the same lady. They were £2 each. The first one is this Zara white pinstripe shirt dress. I think it's midi length. Still got the belt with it, so happy with that. And then also I picked up this monsoon midi dress. Again, buttoned down. I am careful what I pick up in monsoon, but that's a size 16. It's a midi, it's pink. So hopefully between 15 and 20 back on that one. And I got this Joe Brown's jacket. It's new with tags. And I actually did pay £10 for it. It's kind of, it's tapestry. I've just also got these very sweet little pom-pom buttons. The only thing that put me off, you know, paying £10 for this is that it is a size 10, a smaller size. But I think I should be able to get about £30 for that. Just some bread and butter here. This is just a Marks and Spencer's 100% linen shirt. These have been selling for me, although they're slowing down now, but a couple of months ago I just couldn't stop selling these, all for around about £20. So that might go in a box for next year, or I might just list it now anyway. Another midi dress, and this one is Thought. It's half hemp, half cotton. That was only £4. There's not too, I don't always pick this brand up. There's not too much resale value here, but I think I should at least be able to get about 15 on Vinted for that. Another midi dress, a sea salt dress this time, size 14. All sea salt have a name in it, so I've googled this and hopefully I should be able to get about 20 to 25 on this one, and I paid £5 for that. Just paid £1 for this. It's a Marks and Spencer's, new with tags. It's a large size. It's got this nice frill detail here. Concealed buttons. The RRP on that was 25, but I'll probably be trying around about £18 or so. And then I picked up this hoodie after listening to one of the podcasts in the reseller podcast, Lightwork Resells, Chris. He was talking about these childish hoodies, so she wanted 10 for it originally. It's a theme park one. Yeah, she wanted 10 for it originally and I offered her 8 and she went for that, and I think I should be able to get about between 30 and 35 on that one. Here are 5 items that I picked up from the charity shops this week. First up are these High Use. I think it's Claire Campbell. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. High Use Claire Campbell, I think it is. Anyway, trousers, and they were only £2.99. So that is a great price for them. A bit funky in that they have a zip detail on the calf there. Don't know why you would need that, but there we go. I'm not sure what I'm going to price these at yet, but I will let you know if they sell. Next up is a vintage fool dress. That's the label, and it was £3.50. So that's a nice label of fool to have, but I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is quite unlike any vintage fool dresses that I have ever seen before. Usually it's very sort of like Indian cotton, block print, it's sort of 70s boho kind of vibes. And this is very, you know, it's pastel, embroidered floral. It's quite unlike fool that I've seen. This is nice, and I did pay up for it. Aspeja. I paid £10 for it. I so rarely see this brand. I think that would go between 40 and 50. Everything here is great, except for the size, because it's a UK 6. So it's Oliver Bonus. It was £5. It's a long maxi dress. I think I'm going to try around about £30 on that. I have recently just sold one for 27, but I think that with this being a smaller size, it might take a little bit longer to sell, but it might not, you never know. And then lastly, I paid £12 for this. It's a Reese dress. It's a much darker green than what is coming up here. And the good thing with Reese is that all of the items have a name in the label, so you can research, you can do eBay comps in the shop, because there is good Reese and there's bad Reese. So I checked the name, I saw that this dress goes for about £40. So yeah, I'll be trying the same for that one. I went to a £1 charity shop and I got 5 items, and I'm going to show you what I picked up. Ordinarily, I actually don't like £1 charity shops because it tends to be the very raggy sort of end of the line, bobbly stuff. Is like just before it goes to the ragman. And I did go through a lot of rails to just find these 5 items. But first up is this monsoon jumper. It's the newer label and it's a size large. I think that's a great colour blue. It's bat-winged or dolman sleeve, I think it's called. And it's got this detail on the cuff here. So I would imagine between 15 and 20 back on that one. Zara jacket. It's 30% wool. It's got, I was going to say knee pads, but I mean elbow patches, detailing on the cuff here as well. I would think on that maybe between 20 and 25. It is just from the Zara Basics range. A pair of mint velvet office trousers, or smart formal work trousers. They're size 14 and I only picked them up for £1. If they were more than £1, then I really wouldn't bother. And they do have this zip detail at the bottom, which I think will help. Don't tend to do that well with mint velvet trousers, so it was only because they were £1. This Long Tall Sally jumper. There were a few Long Tall Sally pieces there, but they were not in the best condition, so I left those ones behind. And this one actually has some wool and alpaca content, which I've actually never seen sort of good quality fabrics used in Long Tall Sally before. This label here is one of the older ones, and that's what the Long Tall Sally people prefer. The purple label I think is the most sought after one because it's a little bit older and it's when the items were made much better quality. The newer stuff isn't as good quality. So in the Long Tall Sally Facebook groups, the 2 older labels, this one and the purple one, are the ones that they would prefer, and I would hope to get about £20 back on that. Lastly, I picked up this Max Mara skirt. Again, I would have left that if it wasn't £1 because they just don't, even though it's Max Mara, they just don't really sell particularly well. That does have mohair and wool in it. Simply because it was £1, I thought maybe I can get 15 to 20 for it, because I've had these before, skirts and trousers, and they're not quick sellers, and they just don't go for as much as I think that they would go for. So if I do actually manage to sell all of those items, I've paid £5 for them, and hopefully I would get around about £90 back on that. But I will keep you up to date, and when they sell, I will post a solds video. I just got back from the car boot, and I'm just going to do a very quick haul of the clothing items that I got there today. There's not too many. The first things I got were these 4 Mama B tops, and she wasn't coming down. She had them priced quite high. She wanted £10 each for them, and I offered her £8 each. They should go for between 30 and 35. I'm just really hoping, you know, when you pay up at a car boot, it's very difficult in that light, isn't it, to look for stains and stuff when it's so bright. So yeah, I'm just hoping that there's no stains or anything, because £8 at a car boot is quite a lot. Next is this Anthropologie blouse, sort of very bronze. You see it, shimmery. That was £5. I would imagine maybe around 25 on that. A Joe Brown's button-down dress, paid £5. It's got the original belt with it, and there's linen. There's a linen mix in there as well. So it's a large size. It's a size 26. So hopefully around £20 on that. These were £4. They're Next jeans. Now I only picked them up because they are the balloon style, which is popular right now. So I paid £4 for them. They're a 16 long, and I will probably just go for like maybe 15 on those. These Marks and Spencer's black trousers, they were only £1. It's the Autograph range. I thought I'm going to check, because I thought that was faux leather, but when I saw it was the Autograph range, I think that's their highest range. I thought, I wonder if that's actual real leather, which it is. So the front is leather and the back isn't. But yeah, they were £1. probably try for about 20 on those. And then lastly, I just paid £1 again for these Hush joggers with the this going on at the hem. I've sold these before and I think I'll be able to get about 15 for those, so for £1 that's okay.